Well, good afternoon, my lovelies, and welcome to quite a bright, a very warm and breezy Thursday afternoon. I hope you're all well. Well, me and Miss Lou went out at 7 o'clock this morning to go for a walk, and by the time we got to the end of our street it was raining. She got wet and I got wet, so we turned tail and came back home. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll do a video this afternoon on the way home from work while I'm waiting for the bus. So, as promised, lovelies, here's my bus stop. As promised, lovelies, we're going to have a look at things associated with witches, and today we're looking at pointy-toed boots and stripy stockings, and why are witches supposed to be wearing them. So, pointy boots. Between the 14th and the 16th century, there was a bit of a fashion fad for very long pointy-toed boots. The longer the better. And they were called Polinis, which is French for from Poland, I do believe. For some reason, the church, the Christian church and the Anglican church took a dislike to these boots because, according to them, because the toes were long, they had a very phallic look about them, and they were supposed to depict people's sexualities. And also, because of the length of the toes, you couldn't quite possibly kneel down and pray in those shoes because the toes were too long, which then made you an ungodly person. They were nicknamed the Devil's Claw. When the witch trials swept across Europe and the United Kingdom, there were lots of poor unfortunate souls who were taken forcibly from their homes and suspected of being a witch, and they were taken and interrogated. If you were to be found wearing these very long pointed toed shoes, you were then classed as being either a witch or dabbling in witchcraft. And why? Because you were considered an ungodly person because you couldn't quite possibly bend down and pray in those shoes. This is medieval church for you, my lovelies. Bear with, there's children coming. So if you were found to be wearing these shoes while you were being interrogated for witchcraft or being a witch, you were then considered a witch because you were wearing ungodly shoes, because you couldn't possibly kneel down and pray in those shoes. I ask you, lovelies, the stripy stockings is a bit of a fashion thing, but also a bit of a myth from Hollywood. So, between 1800 and the 1920s, there was a company in Massachusetts in the United States who made hosiery, tight stockings, things like that. Their logo depicted an old hag wearing their stockings, sporting their stockings. As time went on and things changed and logos changed, the logo was then changed into a cartoony type witch person still sporting these stockings. Along comes Hollywood, and as we all know, the Wicked Witch of the West, who's underneath Dorothy's house at the time, is sporting stripy stockings. and curly-toed boots. Hence why modern witches today, or witches in general, are depicted as wearing pointy-toed boots and stripy stockings. Well, lovelies, who'd have thought it? Hey, who'd have thunk it? All these years of people accused of being witches, and what's it down to? Either Hollywood, fashion, or the church. So, what are we going to do tomorrow, lovelies? I think tomorrow we'll do the black dress, because lots and lots of women, lots and lots of witches are always depicted in wearing a black dress. So, lovelies, while I wait for my bus to arrive and go home, please look after yourselves, lovelies. And remember, if you're struggling, please reach out, because there's always somebody there that will help you. Look after one another. And if nothing else in this world, lovelies, please be kind, because you don't know what that person stood next to you, what they're going through. And it's just me today because Lulu's at home with her dad. So just from me, I'm sending you all much love and many blessings.